stop that person. And it's not right what you are doing of violating other people's rights. You bring cameras, you do everything so that you can show off that indeed you are turning them back. But
for years, South Africans living in Australia have had to wait up to 18 months just to renew a passport. That all changed today as we launched a new facility in Sydney with a...
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Side Brew, where we serve the truth strong, hot and unfiltered. Today we are diving into two heated discussions making waves in South Africa, and you will want to stay tuned for both. So, Gauteng Health MEC Nomantu Nkomo Ralehoko says we need to stop being xenophobic. According to her, not all foreign nationals using our healthcare system are getting free services. In fact, she claims that South Africa has agreements in place with certain countries that ensure payment is made.
Interested parties in the country, we must have a discussion on this issue. We must resolve it, all of us as South Africans, because we can't be seen again being xenophobic, targeting specific nations so that they can't get these services.
We can't be xenophobic. It's not true that all foreign nationals are using public health facilities in South Africa for free, she said. She's trying to set the record straight, but here's the thing, South Africans are not buying it. So I'm gonna go ahead and read you guys some of the comments that I saw online regarding this interview that she recently did. So this user says, she's lying as usual. Why didn't Ramaphosa come clean? He received the memorandums from Operation Dudula and March at some point, but chose to ignore them. If these payment agreements with other countries exist, why are they only mentioned now? Even the Lesotho minister recently admitted she wasn't sure if they are still active. Let's be honest, South African taxpayers are the ones carrying the burden, not just for healthcare, but for illegal minors, foreign prisoners, public schooling, and overstretched services. Stop acting like we are fools. Even if some foreign governments are supposedly paying, why is South Africa allowing that instead of deporting them? These illegal immigrants, many involved in crime, drugs, and human trafficking, the damage they cause goes far beyond healthcare. It's not just about money, it's about lawlessness and national security. Illegal immigration directly contributes to rising unemployment because every undocumented foreigner in a job is a job stolen from a South African. Yet this government refuses to enforce immigration, labor, or border laws. Instead, the ANC targets SASSA beneficiaries, increases electricity prices, and watches the poor starve, all while protecting illegal foreigners and continuing to loot the country dry. We are not stupid. We see the lies. This is a cruel, failed government that has betrayed its people and now expects us to pay for the whole continent. And then another user says, public hospitals are for citizens. If foreigners are paying, as she is saying, in order to justify the invasion of our hospital by foreigners, let them go and do that payment at private hospitals. These ANC chihuahuas that masquerade as ministers think we are stupid. And then another one says, if they pay, they can go pay at private clinics and hospitals. Public health care is for South Africans, hence there's no payment system in the public healthcare services. And then another one says, go to her Twitter page and see how people cry for help, and she never responds to anyone besides her fellow comrades. And then another one says, does she or her family use public health care facilities, insensitive to poor South Africans suffering due to problems caused by failed governments of other countries and our government's failure to honor their oath of office, which is to uphold the law. Illegal immigration is a crime. Then another one says she must publicize the invoices of those countries who paid. These politicians think we are stupid. And while ordinary citizens are battling with overcrowded clinics and underfunded hospitals, guess what our government is proudly investing in? Let's shift focus to our second story. Home Affairs Minister Leon Schreiber took to X, formerly known as Twitter, to boast about a brand new Department of Home Affairs facility in Sydney, Australia. Apparently, this office will now process birth certificates and passports for South Africans living abroad in just 5 weeks instead of 18 months. He calls it a dramatic improvement, and yes, it sounds good on paper. But here's the backlash. White interest doing his DA job, one user wrote. Now, whether you agree with that or not, here's the real issue. Why are we improving services for expats overseas while citizens here at home can't even get a simple ID or birth certificate processed without delays? So you are telling me that people in Sydney are getting priority services while back in Mamelodi or Khayelitsha, people are still queuing in the hot sun for hours just to be told the system is offline? It's giving misplaced priorities. But before I go, I'm gonna go ahead and read you guys some of the comments under that tweet from the Home Affairs Minister. This one says, you are only taking care of your own voting base, leaving illegal foreigners roaming the streets. And then another user says, I love how the DA deployed ministers are ensuring that they are taking care of their constituency. They are very deliberate. The others just go with the flow. Before they know it, 5 years is gone and they have nothing to show for it. And then this one says, when are you setting up immigration offices with the foreign embassies at our clinics and hospitals? So children born at SA hospitals are registered as citizens of their home countries, and their mothers can get deported within 30 days after birth. So what do you think? Is MEC Ralehoko being realistic or just covering up the mess in our public health sector? Or do you think Leon Schreiber is truly saving all South Africans, or just the ones who can afford to live abroad? Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe. I'll see you on my next upload. Bye.